Howdy, this is Hudson Valley Hank, here once again to insert my 2 cents into the chaotic claw machine that is the second greatest valley on earth. This particular broadcast was an especially difficult segment to settle on, because Old Hank's usually sweet and sleepy river valley had become a hotbed of unrest. Hudson Valleyans couldn't decide whether to be bamboozled by a bag band or ticked about the triple-digit temperatures. Old Hank was certainly more impacted by the sun, being that I'm a 3/4 ton son of a gun, but I've learned over my short time on this planet that complaining about Mother Nature, like all women, will only get you in deeper. Because talking about a bag band sounded about as much fun as fingering a bandsaw, I figured I'd turn my attention instead to the Ulster County Fair. No matter where you go, fairs are an interesting assortment to say the least. For instance, it's called a fair, but the games there are anything but, and they claim to be fun for the whole entire family. But the only people Old Hank has ever seen having anything close to fun there are children that just want a disposable goldfish for tossing a ping pong ball into a cup of water. It's always strange to see that the easiest prize to win is a living animal, while the giant stuffed ones are damn near impossible to obtain. I guess it must just be because only one will survive the ride home. Despite the many quirks of the county fair, it remains a staple of lower middle class culture, right up there next to heart disease and dirt track racing. It's hard for me to fathom at times, but county fairs still pack folks in, like people with yellow grins stuff the contents of grizzly tins into outstretched lip skins. Today, the Ulster County Fair kicks off its 6-day sideshow, but this particular fun fair has been met with its own share of controversy. The country rock group Confederate Railroad was booted from their headliner spot due to their use of the Confederate flag in their logo. This decision was brought forth after a petition was signed by 325 concerned Hudson Valley residents. The petition then caught the attention of Ulster County Executive Pat Ryan, and the band was asked not to perform their set. Both Ryan's office and the Agricultural Society, which runs the fair, deny actually banning the band. Despite not knowing who actually ran the Confederate Railroad off our second greatest valley tracks, we do know that the fair had a prior standing agreement with the county stating that vendors could not sell merchandise sporting the Confederate flag on county-owned land. This agreement was enacted to, quote, create a welcoming environment for all fairgoers. This is especially comical to Old Hank because not one part of the Ulster County Fair, or any fair anywhere, seems inviting to anyone in the slightest. From the sweltering temperatures, rickety rides ran and assembled by wastoids whacked out on whippets, perilous parking, portable turlets, and price gouging, why would anyone feel invited? Sure, Old Hank loves funnel cakes, deep-fried pizza, and fresh squeezed lemonade, but if you think I want to eat it standing up surrounded by a barnyard in 100-degree August heat, you can come suck the sweat from under my teeth. In the past few days, Old Hank has seen several people threaten to boycott the fair because of their decision to not allow Confederate Railroad to come play their set list. To which Old Hank simply says, is this really where we draw the line? Hearing trashy women blasted on blown speakers is more important to you than your own health and safety, which is at risk every single time you set foot within 10 square miles of a county fair. Now Old Hank is aware folks enjoy the county fair for the same reasons they tune into my weekly segments, because it's so bad it actually becomes good. When you watch a tub of lard fumble over words in his mother's cellar, you get the same feeling when walking around a fair and happen upon a 400-pound woman in a rascal scooter smoking while on oxygen. And that feeling is superiority. So Old Hank hopes the county fair hangs around despite its innumerable flaws, because we all need to feel a little better about ourselves from time to time. I also wouldn't argue with the fair actually becoming a bit more inviting during that time, whether that means asking a band not to perform that possibly makes folks feel uncomfortable, or replacing the plastic turlets with porcelain ones. Because just like this show, it can only get better from here. This has been Hudson Valley Hank. You can take it to the bank. Sleep peaceful, sweet valley of mine.